See these hoodlums, so they are beginning to take over, bring down is it road safety signboard? I've been at what? What is happening? What are private signboards doing? This is, they are bringing down road safety signboard. They are bringing down somebody's signboard. This is Ugo Emeka. I've been at what? These Hausa boys have taken this thing to another. These are not the protesters. These are just people trying to cause this thing now in the area. These ones have removed the government signboard, road safety. What is this? Yes!
Why #end bad governance protesters in Kaduna state continue with Russian flags. Protesters in Kano and Kaduna state were seen carrying Russian flags during the #end bad governance protests. The protesters carried Russian flags because they believe President Tinubu is playing his imperial master's scripts, including the World Bank, International Monetary Fund, IMF, and the United States of America. The protesters are demanding an end to economic hardship, hunger, high cost of living, insecurity, and bad governance. The protests have been marked by a high turnout of underage youths. The government has responded to the protests with force, resulting in the deaths of several protesters. The #end bad governance movement in Nigeria is a campaign demanding an end to poor leadership, corruption, and mismanagement in the country. Protesters are calling for 1. Improved economy and reduced poverty. 2. Better infrastructure and public services. 3. Enhanced security and reduced insecurity. 4. Anti-corruption measures and accountability. 5. Good governance and transparent leadership. The movement is driven by Nigerians from various walks of life, including civil society organizations, activists, and everyday citizens. They're using social media, protests, and other forms of peaceful demonstration to push for change. Some key concerns fueling the movement include economic hardship and high cost of living, insecurity and banditry, corruption and embezzlement, poor infrastructure and public services, unemployment and lack of opportunities.
Live. I'm reporting live.
Right now, there is a show of force from the men of the armed forces, as you can see. They are shooting at the protesters. They are throwing all kinds of tear gas at them. Right now, I'm in the cover of my house. I'm sure the smell of the tear gas will soon take over my house. I will have to run for cover soon. They are shooting at the protesters, and this crowd, as you can see, is not armed. They are not even holding sticks, only leaves. And all manner of stuff have been shot at them. Just had a massive explosion right now. We don't know what that is.
The #end bad governance movement seeks to hold leaders accountable and push for a better future for Nigeria.
Exactly, CFC under flyover, where we have the Bureau de Change Asian building. You can see the protesters coming out in their numbers with police escort. So these guys are many on the road. You can see them. The boys are protesting in the street of Aba Road. So you can see live now. The protest is going on here in Port Harcourt.
The Russian embassy in Nigeria has however issued the statement for the media regarding the use of the official symbols of the Russian Federation by protesters, The embassy has noted the reports in Nigerian media and the circulation of videos and images in digital media depicting protesters in northern states of the country carrying Russian flags and chanting slogans to Russian President Vladimir Putin. The government of the Russian Federation as well as any Russian officials are not involved in these activities and do not coordinate them in any way. As always, we emphasize that Russia does not interfere in the domestic affairs of foreign states, including Nigeria. These intentions of some protesters to wave Russian flags are personal choices of individuals, and they do not reflect any official position or policy of the Russian government in the issue. We respect Nigerian democracy and believe that peaceful demonstrations in conformity with the Nigerian law are a manifestation of democracy. However, should these events lead to any disruptions or acts of violence, we strictly condemn them.
hundreds of thousands of youth protesting against bad government. Say end bad governance protest happening here in Zaria. They have been quite peaceful, but they are not predictable. When you see a mob like this, their actions definitely cannot be predictable. Just pray that it remains peaceful. Kwangila Zaria. Hundreds of thousands of people. Hunger protests. Live in
A Tailor has been arrested by the Department of State Service, DSS, in Kano State over the mass production and possession of Russian flags in the northern region amid the ongoing protest. Some protesters in some northern parts of the country were spotted with the flag during the ongoing number in bad governance protest, calling on the Russian government to come to their aid. Over the weekend, Photos of protesters waving the Russian flag made the rounds on social media, including a video of some tailors making the flags. President Bola Tinubu had a nationwide broadcast on Sunday, August 4, cautioned protesters against being used to advance an agenda that could potentially undermine democratic progress. He said, "Let us work together to build a brighter future for ourselves and for generations to come. Let us choose hope over fear, unity over division, and progress over stagnation. The economy is recovering, please, don't shut out its oxygen. Now that we have been enjoying democratic governance for 25 years, do not let the enemies of democracy use you to promote an unconstitutional agenda that will set us back on our democratic journey. Forward ever, backward never."
Vamos passar.